All right, you beautiful bastards. Welcome back to the deep dive. Let's cut the crap. Today, we're diving headfirst into the world of Linux Mint.
Oh, yeah.
You know that weird free operating system your techie friend keeps raving about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one. We've got a stack of articles, forum posts, even some Reddit rants about this thing, and we're going to figure out what the hell it's all about. You with me?
Let's do it.
Good, yeah. Now let's bring in the guru who's going to walk us through this maze.
Glad to be here. Let's get this party started.
All right, so first things first, what the fuck is Linux Mint? I mean, most of us are stuck with whatever bullshit operating system came pre-installed in our machines, right? Windows, Mac OS. It's like being force-fed the same bland-ass beer at every bar you go to.
Yeah, I feel that. So think of it this way. Windows and macOS are the big corporate breweries pumping out the same old shit. Linux, Mint is like that craft brewery down the street brewing up something unique and delicious. It's an operating system built by the people for the people. It's based on Linux, which is open source, meaning anyone can access and modify the code. No shady corporations pulling the strings.
Okay, hold up. Open source. That sounds like a recipe for disaster. It's like letting a bunch of drunk monkeys loose in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
How do you know some asshole isn't going to sneak in some nasty code and fuck up my whole system?
Yeah, that's a common concern. But that's where the beauty of open source comes in. With so many eyes on the code, any bullshit is spotted and squashed quickly. It's like a self-cleaning oven of software development. Plus, Linux Mint has a dedicated team of developers who carefully curate and test everything before it's released. They're the master brewers, making sure you get a quality product.
All right, so it's open source, made by the people, blah, blah, blah. But what makes it so damn special? Why should I ditch my familiar, albeit slightly fucked up operating system for this Linux Mint thing?
Well, for starters, it's free. Like, actually free. No hidden costs, no bullshit subscription fees. And it comes loaded with a ton of awesome software like LibreOffice Firefox and VLC Media Player. All the essentials ready to roll right out of the box.
Okay, free is always a good starting point. But free usually means you get what you pay for, right? I'm picturing some janky half-ass software that's going to crash every 5 minutes.
Nah, Linux Mint doesn't fuck around when it comes to quality. They actually develop their own software too, like the Cinnamon desktop environment. It's smooth, sleek, and customizable as hell.
Cinnamon. Sounds like some hippy-dippy bullshit. What the hell is a desktop environment anyway?
Think of it as the face of your operating system. It's how you interact with everything. Cinnamon is just one option, and it's known for being super user-friendly. Linux. Mint also offers other desktop environments like Métis and Xface, each with its own vibe. It's like choosing the right outfit for the occasion.
Okay, now I'm just getting decision fatigue. How the hell am I supposed to choose between all these desktop environments? This is starting to feel like more work than it's worth.
Relax, amigo. Choosing a desktop environment is about finding the right fit for you. Cinnamon is the popular kid, easy to get along with. Métis is the reliable friend, always there for you. Xface is the minimalist, stripped down, but gets the job done. You can even try them all out before you commit.
All right, so we've got options. But let's talk about security. I'm not about to install some sketchy OS that's going to get me hacked faster than you can say password 123. Is this Linux Mint thing actually safe?
Oh, absolutely. Linux
Wait.
is inherently more secure than Windows, and Linux Mint takes it up a notch. They've got something called a parmer, which acts like a digital bouncer for your apps, blocking any shady activity. They even lock down network processes by default, so you're not broadcasting your shit to the world.
Hold on, you're telling me Linux Mint actually gives a shit about my privacy? In this day and age, that's practically a fucking miracle.
You got it. They're not in the business of selling your data or spying on your every move.
Okay, color me intrigued. But let's get down to brass tacks. Give me the origin story of this Linux Mint thing. Where the hell did it all begin?
It all started back in 2006 with a dude named Clement Lefebvre. He was pissed off with the direction Ubuntu was taking and decided to create a more user-friendly Linux distro focusing on simplicity and elegance. That's how Linux Mint was born.
So this Lefebvre guy, he's like the OG craft brewer of the operating system world.
You could say that. He saw a need for something different, something better, and he went for it. It started as a small project, but it quickly gained a following because it just worked. People were tired of the bloated bullshit of other operating systems, and Linux Mint offered a refreshing alternative.
All right, so this Lefebvre guy starts this thing, it catches on, and then what? Did he sell it to some big corporation and become a gazillionaire?
Hell no. Linux Mint is still completely independent and community-driven. They rely on donations and contributions from users to keep the lights on.
Community-driven. You mean like those online games where everyone's supposed to work together, but half the players are just trolls and assholes?
Not quite. The Linux Mint community is actually incredibly supportive and helpful. They have forums where you can get help with any problems, and they're always welcoming new users. It's more like a big dysfunctional family than a bunch of random trolls.
All right, so we've got a rebellious origin story, a passionate community, and a focus on user friendliness. I'm starting to see why people are so obsessed with this Linux Mint thing, but we've only scratched the surface here.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a whole lot more to uncover.
Damn right we do. We'll be right back after a quick break to dive deeper into the weird and wonderful world of Linux Mint. Don't touch that dial, you magnificent bastards.
All right. See you in a bit.
Later.
Yeah.
All right, you beautiful bastards. We're back and ready to plunge deeper into the depths of Linux Mint. Last time, we got the lowdown on its rebellious origins and its commitment to user-friendliness. But now it's time to get our hands dirty and explore what makes this bad boy tick.
Let's do it. I'm ready to peel back the layers and show you what this operating system is all about.
First up, let's talk about those mysterious desktop environments you mentioned earlier. Cinnamon Matey X-Vice. What the hell are these things, and how do I know which one is right for my sorry ass?
So choosing a desktop environment is like picking your poison at the bar. It all depends on what kind of experience you're craving. Cinnamon is the smooth operator, sleek and modern, packed with features that'll make your head spin. It's like sipping on a perfectly crafted cocktail. Everything just works the way you expect it to.
Okay, Cinnamon sounds like my kind of jam. But what about those other options, Matey and X-Vice? Are they just watered-down versions of Cinnamon, or do they have their own unique flavor?
Matey. That's the old-fashioned but reliable drink you always come back to. It's a classic for a reason, solid and dependable. If you're used to the old-school way of doing things, Matey will feel right at home. It's like a shot of whiskey, straight up, no bullshit. Then you've got X-Vice, the lightweight champion. This one's for those who want a clean, minimalist experience. It's like a crisp, refreshing beer. It gets the job done without any unnecessary bloat.
All right, starting to get a feel for these desktop environments, but let's cut to the chase. How do I actually use this shit? What kind of software comes pre-installed with Linux Mint?
So Linux Mint comes fully loaded with everything you need to conquer the digital world. First up, you've got LibreOffice, the open source badass that's here to dethrone Microsoft Office. It's got everything you need to write that killer novel, crunch those numbers, and create presentations that'll make your boss drool.
Hold on, open source.
Mm.
So you're telling me I can ditch those expensive Microsoft Office subscriptions and use this LibreOffice thing for free? What's the catch?
There's no catch, my friend. It's the real deal. LibreOffice can handle all your Office needs without costing you a dime.
All right, I'm sold. What else does this magical operating system have up its sleeve?
Well, for all you web surfers out there, Firefox is the default browser. It's fast, secure, and respects your goddamn privacy, unlike some of those other data-hungry behemoths out there.
Firefox, isn't that the browser my grandma uses?
Oh. Don't underestimate Firefox, my friend. It's had a major glow-up in recent years. It's sleek, customizable, and packed with features that'll make your browsing experience a joyride.
Okay, I'm willing to give it another shot. What about email? Do I have to use some archaic command line bullshit to check my messages?
Hell no. Linux Mint comes with Thunderbird, a powerful email client that'll tame your inbox and make you the master of your digital correspondence.
All right, Thunderbird, I'm listening. What makes this email client so special?
Thunderbird is all about giving you control. You can manage multiple email accounts, filter out the spam that's clogging up your digital arteries, and customize it to fit your workflow like a glove.
Okay, I'm starting to see the appeal, but let's be real. I'm not just here to work. I need my entertainment fix.
Yeah.
Can I watch movies, listen to music, and view my collection of questionable memes on this Linux Mint thing?
You bet your ass you can. Linux Mint has you covered with VLC Media Player, the undisputed king of multimedia. This bad boy can handle any audio or video format you throw at it, from classic movies to the latest viral cat videos.
VLC, that's the one with the traffic cone, right?
That's the one. It's a legend for a reason. VLC is like that one friend who always comes prepared no matter the situation. It's reliable, versatile, and it never lets you down.
Okay, I'm impressed. What about editing my collection of dank memes? Can Linux Mint handle that?
For all you creative bastards out there, GIMP is the go-to image editor. It's a powerful beast that can rival even the most expensive professional software.
GIMP, huh? That sounds like something you'd find in a dungeon. Is it hard to use?
GIMP's got a bit of a learning curve, but trust me, it's worth the effort. Once you get the hang of it, you'll be cranking out memes, editing photos, and creating digital masterpieces like a goddamn pro.
All right, challenge accepted. But what about all the other essential shit? File management, text editing calculators. Does Linux Mint have those too?
Linux Mint has got your back with a whole arsenal of essential tools. Nemo is the file manager, a sleek and intuitive way to navigate your digital kingdom. Ext is the text editor, perfect for scribbling down your brilliant ideas or writing code like a hacker extraordinaire. And of course, there's a calculator for all those times when your brain feels fried and you need a little digital assistance.
Okay, so this Linux Mint thing is shaping up to be a real contender. But there's one thing that still bugs me. I'm used to having an app store where I can easily find and install new software. Does Linux Mint have something similar?
Oh yeah, Linux Mint has got its own software manager, and it's a damn sight better than those bloated data mining app stores you're used to. It's like a curated selection of the best software all in one place.
All right, tell me more about this software manager. What makes it so special?
First off, it's lightning fast. No more waiting around for ages while your download crawls along at a snail's pace. Second, it's packed with thousands of applications, all carefully curated and organized so you can find exactly what you need without wading through a sea of crap.
Hold on. Thousands of applications. Are you sure you're not exaggerating?
I shit you not. The Linux Mint Software Manager has everything you could possibly imagine, from productivity tools to games to development software. You name it, they've got it.
Okay, I'm officially impressed. But how do I know which applications are safe to install? I don't want to end up with some virus-ridden piece of shit that's going to turn my computer into a digital dumpster fire.
Relax, my friend. The Linux Mint Software Manager only includes applications from trusted sources. They've got a strict vetting process so you can be confident that you're not installing anything malicious. Plus, each application has ratings and reviews from other users, so you can get the inside scoop before you commit.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Mhm.
So the software manager is my gateway to a world of awesome applications. But what about updates? Do I have to manually search for updates and install them like some kind of digital caveman?
Hell no. Linux Mint has a built-in update manager that takes care of all the boring stuff for you. It checks for updates regularly and notifies you when new ones are available so you can keep your system running smoothly and securely without lifting a finger.
An update manager that does all the work for me. That sounds almost too good to be true.
It's the real deal. The Update Manager keeps track of everything: security updates, bug fixes, new features, even updates for your applications. It's like having a personal assistant for your operating system, making sure everything is always up to date and running like a well-oiled machine.
Okay, this update manager thing is a game changer. But let's get real for a second. I'm not exactly a tech wizard. What if I run into trouble? Is there any help available for clueless bastards like me?
Linux Mint has got one of the most supportive and helpful communities out there. They've got forums, IRC channels, Telegram groups, you name it. They've got a place where you can connect with other users, ask questions, and get the help you need. It's like a digital support group for Linux Mint enthusiasts.
So you're telling me I can get help from real people, not just some automated chatbot that's going to give me canned responses?
You got it. The Linux Mint community is full of passionate, knowledgeable people who are always happy to help out. It's one of the things that makes this operating system so special.
All right, I'm starting to feel like I could actually handle this Linux Mint thing. But there's one last thing I need to know before I take the plunge. Is there any way to try it out without completely wiping my existing operating system? I'm not ready to fully commit just yet.
You're in luck, my friend. Linux Mint can be run from a live USB drive, which means you can boot it up and try it out without installing anything on your hard drive.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me I could just plug in a USB drive and boot up this Linux Mint thing without messing with my existing setup? That sounds like some kind of sorcery.
It's not magic, it's technology. The live USB drive lets you test drive Linux Mint and see if it's the right fit for you before you commit to installing it.
Okay, that's pretty damn awesome. I'm definitely going to give that a shot.
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
All right, folks, we've covered a lot of ground today, but we're not done yet. We'll be right back after a quick break to dive even deeper into the world of Linux Mint and explore some of the advanced features that'll make you feel like a goddamn hacker. Stay tuned, you magnificent bastards. All right, you beautiful bastards, we're back for the final round of our Linux Mint deep dive. We've explored its history, its philosophy, its software, and even its community. But now it's time to get down and dirty with the technical shit.
Let's crank it up a notch. I'm ready to show you what this bad boy can really do.
All right, let's talk about drivers. I've heard that Linux can be a real pain in the ass when it comes to finding drivers for certain hardware. It's like trying to find a decent mechanic who won't rip you off.
Yeah, that used to be the case. But Linux has come a long way, baby. Most hardware these days is supported out of the box. Linux Mint even has a dedicated driver manager that'll make finding and installing drivers easier than ordering a pizza.
So no more spending hours scouring the internet for those elusive drivers and sacrificing a goat to the tech gods just to get my printer working.
Nope. Linux Mint has simplified the process to the point where even your grandma could handle it. The driver manager will sniff out your hardware like a bloodhound and recommend the best drivers. It's like having a personal tech support guru at your beck and call.
Okay, that definitely eases my anxiety. But let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. Gaming. Can I actually game on this Linux Mint thing, or am I going to be stuck playing Minesweeper and Solitaire?
Hold your horses, amigo. The gaming scene on Linux has exploded in recent years. Thanks to projects like Proton and Steam Play, a ton of Windows games run flawlessly on Linux. It's like having a secret portal to a whole new world of gaming.
So you're telling me I can frag some noobs in Call of Duty without having to crawl back to the loving embrace of Windows?
You got it. Of course, not every game is supported, but the list is growing faster than a teenager's libido. Plus, there's a growing library of native Linux games that'll blow your mind.
All right, I'm officially intrigued. But let's talk performance. Is Linux Mint going to make my computer feel like a geriatric snail, or can it keep up with the big boys?
Linux Mint is known for being light on its feet. It's like a ninja, sleek and efficient running circles around those bloated operating systems. It can breathe a new life into even the most ancient of hardware.
So no more watching that spinning wheel of death while my computer struggles to open a damn text file.
Say goodbye to those days, my friend. Linux Mint will make your computer feel like it just chugged a gallon of Red Bull.
All right, speed is always a good thing. But what about compatibility? Can I still open my old files from the dark days of Windows and use my favorite Windows applications? I'm not ready to completely abandon my past just yet.
Fear not, my friend. Linux Mint can open most common file types, including those pesky Microsoft Office documents. And if you absolutely need to run a Windows application, there's a compatibility layer called Wine that'll come to your rescue.
Wine, like the fermented grape juice.
That's the one. It's a clever acronym that stands for Wine is not an emulator. It's like a digital translator that allows Windows applications to speak the language of Linux.
So I can still dip my toes back into the Windows pool without drowning in a sea of incompatibility.
Exactly. You don't have to burn all your bridges when you switch to Linux Mint.
Okay, you've addressed all my concerns and then some. But now for the million-dollar question, should I make the switch to Linux Mint? Be honest. Don't sugarcoat it.
That's a question only you can answer, my friend. But I can tell you this Linux Mint is a badass operating system that kicks Windows ass in almost every category. It's more secure, more private, more customizable, and more efficient. Plus, it's free, and you'll be joining a community of awesome, supportive people.
Okay, you've definitely piqued my interest. But I'm still a little scared of the unknown. What if I dive in and realize I've made a huge mistake?
You can always dip your toes in the water first. Try dual booting your computer, which means you can have both Windows and Linux Mint installed and choose which one you want to boot into each time you start your computer. It's like having the best of both worlds without having to fully commit.
Dual booting.
Yeah.
That sounds like a smart way to hedge my bets, so I can try out Linux Mint without risking my precious Windows installation.
Exactly. And if you decide to go all in on Linux Mint, there are tons of resources and a super helpful community to guide you along the way.
All right, you've convinced me. I'm going to take the plunge and give Linux Mint a whirl.
Welcome to the club, my friend. You won't regret it.
All right, you magnificent bastards. That concludes our epic journey into the world of Linux Mint. We've covered everything from the basics to the advanced shit, and hopefully we've convinced you to give this amazing operating system a try. It's free, it's powerful, and it just might change your whole goddamn perspective on what an operating system can be.
It's a breath of fresh air in a world of stale corporate bullshit.
So go forth, download Linux Mint, and experience the freedom for yourselves. Until next time, keep it real, keep it raw, and keep on exploring the vast and ever-evolving world of technology. Peace out, you beautiful bastards.